What is up, YouTube fam? Tyler Valencia here, one of the instructors with Time to Train, and I'm going to be talking about adjustable dumbbells. Now, I have two pairs of adjustable dumbbells here. These are my own. I own them, I use them, and I think they're both great. So I'm going to be putting up against each other the PowerBlock adjustable dumbbells versus the Core Home Fitness adjustable dumbbells. Let me give you a little bit of background. And you might be in a similar situation. You might be comparing these at the same time. Now, like many people, 2020 rolls around and you're looking for at-home workout gear. You're looking for anything, benches, you're looking for squat racks, you're looking for dumbbells, you're looking for things that are efficient, you're looking for things that can fit in a small space. Like many people, I was in that boat. And back then before I even purchased one of these, I was comparing them. And when I first purchased a pair, it actually was the Core Home Fitness dumbbells. Then a couple of years rolled by, and I'm looking again at adjustable dumbbells because I wanted something a little bit heavier and the availability to do that. So I ended up purchasing some PowerBlock dumbbells. So I'm going to put them both against each other, give you the pros, the cons of each of them, and hopefully help you with your decision in purchasing some adjustable dumbbells. Before I get first talking about the PowerBlocks, I'm going to give a little positive for both of them. So it's across the board with both of them. And it might sound kind of weird. And I think it was weird when I first uncovered this, but both of these can go by 5-pound increments. And you're thinking, doesn't that sound, Tyler? That sounds pretty normal. What are you talking about? And I'm not trying to discount the ones out there that go by different increments. I'm sure the adjustability is great on them, and there's a reasoning behind why. But for most people that are looking to buy dumbbells, whether they're individual dumbbells or adjustable dumbbells, you want ones that go by 5-pound increments. So both of these, you could do that. And now is going into PowerBlocks and talking about the benefits of these. Yes, they can go by 5 pounds, but they can also go by 2.5 pounds. So those small increments, in my opinion, are a great benefit for these dumbbells. The ability to go to 15 pounds to a 17.5 and then go to 20, 22.5, all those smaller increments there really make it nice. And I know I just misspoke by saying 22.5 and they don't have that, but I'm just putting it out there that you can go by 2.5 pounds. I'm looking at it right now, 15, 17.5, 20, 25, 27.5, 30, and those type of increments, which does make it nice. The big positive of these babies here, and this was why I personally purchased them, was the ability to purchase additional add-on kits. So not everybody needs to go past 50 pounds. I got to put that out there. And both of these pair of dumbbells, they're both great, but the ability to go past, if you're working at home and you work yourself up to 50 pounds on your chest presses, whatever it is, shoulder presses, whatever you're working on, the ability to go past that, to go over 100 pounds is fantastic. And some of them do. Mine actually go up to 90 pounds, which is with both add-on kits, so both stages. And that is a huge benefit, in my opinion, whether you're doing rows, chest presses, whatever that might be. It's a big benefit, in my opinion. So if you're in that initial stage of looking at dumbbells and you're wondering, okay, right now, maybe I can only do chest presses or curls up to 20 pounds. And, maybe you don't need to go past 50. These might work with the Core Home Fitness. But if you do think, yeah, I think I can go past 50 eventually, this is where you want to probably look at stage 2, stage 3 for the PowerBlocks. Makes it pretty affordable and easy to do that. So to add on a little tip to that one with the add-on kits, I will say to make sure you purchase a model that does adjust past 50 pounds. So stage 2, stage 3, there's different models, and there is a link in the description for a model that I personally know goes with stage 2 and stage 3. There's different PowerBlocks out there. If you're ever wondering, on their website, you could always go check the compatibility. Another benefit in my book with the PowerBlocks is groundwork safety. And if you're doing, say, renegade rows, or you're placing the weights on the ground and they're being used to help yourself up in maybe a plank position, they're really sturdy with that block position, power block, part of the name, in that position on the ground. I think the safety with it is pretty on point with other weights, not just talking about the ones that we have right here, but other ones that potentially the rolling factor, or maybe they're not as sturdy as something that's used with PowerBlocks, the metal here. That's my opinion on that one. But I do think that that is a benefit to consider. If you're doing groundwork, planks, any type of rows, renegade rows, whatever that might be, that's a great factor with these. Continuing on kind of along the same line, and the last benefit, the last pro I'm going to give you with the PowerBlocks is that I think they're very sturdy. They're made high quality with these dumbbells. You don't ever think that they're going to break, fall apart. They're not moving when they're locked in. And I think that that is a big thing, whether you're doing squats, rows, presses, whatever that might be, and makes it really nice to know that wherever you lock it in or whatever movement you're doing, these weights are not moving around, and you can take that out of your mind and move freely with them. So that is the benefits of these, the pros of these. I'm going to talk about a couple cons, and then I'm going to move to the core home fitness model. The negative that I'm going to talk about, and this is, I think, more of a preference than anything. If you're on this channel, or if you're new to the channel, I film online workouts, and the only negative that I could honestly come up with has to do with the adjusting factor. In my opinion, it takes just a slight bit, extra bit of time compared to with the core home fitness, how you can just go in between them. I like using these for when I film because I can quickly adjust between weights and really nobody ever knows what weight I'm at. But with these, there is that little bit of, okay, just lining it up, making sure, but with more practice, it doesn't even become a factor. You can quickly go between 20, 25, 30, whatever you're trying to adjust to, and it's quick. So that's my own little negative there. Now talking and moving to the core home fitness adjustable dumbbells. And with these ones, I purchased these back in 2020, and I know they are an older model than what they have available. It's a different color, but I'm pretty sure it's the same design with them. The first pro that I'm going to mention is one that I just finished talking about, a con with the PowerBlocks, and that is the ease of adjustability. All you're really doing is turning the handle in order to go between 10, 15, 20, 25, all the way up to 50 pounds. So it's really quick. So you just adjust and then you pull them out of the little stands, or the little placement pieces right here, and you're ready to rock with them. So it's really quick, really easy to do that. Positive number 2 here, and this is one that goes with preference or even maybe how long you've been working out, and that has to do with the handle and the shape of them. They're shaped like a dumbbell that you're going to see at a gym, or maybe you've owned dumbbells before, smaller increments, 5, 10, 15, whatever that might be. They're shaped like them. So that the weight distribution, how it handles, how it feels, that is a positive in my book. Not to say that the PowerBlocks, that they feel weird or anything. I think that when you first pick them up, you use them, they're square, and you're like, oh man, this is maybe feels slightly different, but you get used to it, and it's not a negative in any way. But the look, the feel of it, of the core home fitness adjustable dumbbells, that is a positive in my book. Moving now to the negatives of these core home fitness dumbbells, and the first one I'm going to mention has to do with the stand. Yes, both of these come with stands, and I have stands for both of them. I'm filming a video for YouTube, so I didn't bring the stands out for them, and I wanted to be able to have them up here at the same time. But in my opinion, the stand is a must. I actually started without a stand, and then I eventually got one, and it really did make a difference with these, just because the way that these can potentially slide, this is plastic here. If it's on, say, your garage floor or a floor inside, if you're trying to adjust and they're moving around, it makes it kind of annoying. So the stand is a must. It makes it really easy. It's about hip level for myself. So that is a nice feature, but in my book, I'm putting in the negative category. The next one that is kind of comparing them, and this is why it's a versus, is that it only goes up to 50. And like I said, that might not matter for most. I'm only giving you this insight here because maybe you're looking at both of them or you're looking to purchase dumbbells. And the fact that it goes to only 50 is a negative. Do I think that the majority of people can utilize them and that won't even cross their mind? Yeah, most likely. But I think that if you're looking at dumbbells, potentially going past that is a good benefit. Now, if it doesn't even matter, it's probably not even a negative in your book. Moving on from that one, but the fact that it only goes to that and there's no increments in between, I'm going to put that in the negative category for now. Now, the last negative I'm going to mention here with the Core Home Fitness dumbbells, and this is one that I feel like we've gotten comments on the Time to Train YouTube page before about this, with its stickiness within its handles here and also potentially flimsiness. And this is one that I feel like you only get at potentially lower weights, is that I'll have it at a 10 pound right now and I can move it here. And that flimsiness is something that I didn't really uncover until really filming. When I'll give you insight here to people that probably film on YouTube, and this is, I do it too, is that when you're talking to a camera, you most likely use less weight than what you typically work out with. And so using lower weights, I started to see that there was a little flimsiness in that. And that was something that if you're doing rows, you're doing certain exercises and that comes out, you're like, oh man, this kind of feels a little cheap, but it might not even be a worry for you. I will say that you don't have that on the other side with the PowerBlocks and going to lighter weights. It's still very sturdy. Even just going with the handles on these ones, it's pretty sturdy as well, that you're not going to be worried about anything moving or shaking with that. So that is a negative in my book. You only really get it with lower weights, or the sticking only happens when it goes towards certain points. I don't know if there was a fix. That's a comment that we got a long time ago on the channel, was about that the weights for them were sticking. I've personally never had that issue, but those are some things to consider. Now, the last two things for this pro, cons, and versus video is the price. And I will say that they're both in the same price range. And the fact that they're in the same price range makes it great for this video. These roughly come in around $349, no stand, but it's a great price. You get a lot of weights in that price point. PowerBlocks, on the other hand, $359. So same price range. And really, it's a decision in terms of where you want to start and what do you think you're going to be doing with your weights, how you're exercising and your programming, all that kind of stuff. I really think that that's where it is. Yes, you're going to be potentially purchasing a stand for each of these because it just makes it nice and makes it easy. But the price point is roughly the same there. Before I wrap this up here, I just want to quickly emphasize what I've been kind of saying the whole time, is that they're both great options. I have to admit that when I was writing out negatives for this video, that it's really just nitpicking. Each of these options is going to help you with your at-home training, and depending upon what you're potentially going to do, it's really the decision. Because if you are someone that can see yourself going past 50 pounds, this PowerBlocks is going to be fantastic. I think that the PowerBlocks in general, great, sturdy, all kinds of great factors with them. Other side, if you don't ever see yourself going past 50 pounds, or you're like, oh wow, 55, 60 pounds, that's way too much for me, these will be great additions to your home gym. So keep that in mind, that, like I said, more nitpicking when I was finding negatives for these. Where you're at, what you want to do is really the factor with them. Both in the same price range and both can be great additions. If you are going to be purchasing these, there are links in the description, affiliate links. Those help out with our channel, growing our brand, growing our business with Time to Train in general. I appreciate you tuning in. If you're looking for dumbbell workouts, you can always catch me on screen. I film dumbbell workouts. You will see me using these ones in those videos. But thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you in another one.